The 2026 World Cup is going to be unlike anything football has ever seen. Because this time, the players won't just have to deal with pressure on the pitch, they'll also have to follow some surprisingly strict rules off the pitch too. Some of these rules are understandable, others are honestly pretty insane, and a few of them could even lead to fines, suspensions, or massive controversy. So let's get straight into it. Let's begin with one of the most controversial topics surrounding modern football: politics. Because no matter how much FIFA wants football to stay only about sport, politics and football have become impossible to separate, especially at international tournaments watched by billions of people around the world. And that's exactly why FIFA is reportedly planning to be stricter than ever when it comes to political messaging. During matches, players are not allowed to display political statements on shirts, undershirts, boots, or captain armbands. Religious or personal protest symbols are also heavily restricted. FIFA became especially sensitive after the massive One Love armband controversy during the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. This time, they clearly want to avoid another situation like that completely. But the pressure doesn't only come from FIFA itself. Some football associations have also encouraged players to avoid political debates entirely during the tournament. The goal is simple: keep the focus on football and avoid unnecessary distractions. Because in modern football, even one interview or one social media post can dominate headlines for days. But politics is only the beginning. Because players at the World Cup may also have to deal with one of the strangest rules in international sports: taxes. Since the tournament will take place across the United States, players could end up paying taxes in multiple American states depending on where they play. And because every state has different tax laws, things can get complicated very quickly. This is often called the jock tax, a system that has affected professional athletes in the US for years. So if players receive performance bonuses during the World Cup, they may actually have to deal with American tax paperwork while the tournament is still happening. Imagine trying to prepare for the biggest match of your life while accountants are calling you about legal documents behind the scenes. But things get even more stressful when it comes to doping controls. Because modern anti-doping systems are incredibly strict, FIFA and international anti-doping organizations have the authority to test players almost any time they want, at training grounds, inside hotels, after matches, before matches, or even during private time away from football. Some professional athletes are required to submit daily schedules showing exactly where they will be for one specific hour every single day. During that time, anti-doping officials must be able to locate them immediately. Missing those checks alone can already create serious problems. And here's where it gets even crazier. Under anti-doping regulations, intention often doesn't matter. If a banned substance is found inside a player's body, they can still face punishment even if they consumed it accidentally. That means contaminated supplements, medication, or even certain food products could potentially destroy a player's entire World Cup. So during the tournament, many players become extremely careful about literally everything they consume. Another area where players face strict control is sponsorships. And honestly, most fans don't realize how massive the business side of the World Cup really is. The tournament generates billions through sponsorship deals and advertising. Because of that, FIFA and national teams carefully control what players wear and promote during the competition. During official appearances, players are often required to wear approved sponsor clothing only. Training outfits, jackets, travel clothes, and even casual wear are usually provided directly by sponsors. Some players have even admitted they barely pack clothes for tournaments because everything is already prepared for them. But the sponsorship restrictions go way beyond clothing. Players can reportedly face problems for publicly showing competing brands during interviews or official events. That includes headphones, bags, hats, bottles, and other accessories. Even the drinks placed in front of players during press conferences are sometimes selected carefully because of sponsorship agreements. One famous example happened when Cristiano Ronaldo moved a Coca-Cola bottle away during a press conference at Euro 2020, creating headlines all around the world. And the sponsorship rules don't only affect players, they also affect the stadiums themselves. Many stadiums in the United States normally carry corporate sponsor names connected to massive companies. But during the World Cup, FIFA often changes or removes certain branding to protect official tournament sponsors. Logos, advertisements, and corporate names may temporarily disappear completely during the event. Now, even though most of these rules happen off the pitch, there are also several gameplay changes that could seriously impact matches themselves. FIFA has spent years trying to reduce time wasting and make football faster and more entertaining. That means referees are becoming stricter with delays and interruptions. Goalkeepers could receive stricter punishment for holding the ball too long. Substituted players may have to leave the field much faster. Throw-ins and goal kicks may also face tighter time limits. FIFA has even discussed expanding VAR authority in certain situations to reduce controversial decisions. Another interesting topic is communication with referees. In recent years, football organizations have tried to reduce aggressive behavior toward officials. Some competitions already introduced rules where only team captains are allowed to directly argue with referees during certain moments. Similar ideas may appear during the 2026 World Cup as well. And then there's social media, something that barely existed in football 20 years ago, but now completely changes tournaments. Today, players are under non-stop online pressure during major competitions. Every mistake becomes a meme. Every interview creates headlines. Every bad performance gets discussed everywhere online. Because of this, some teams reportedly place internal restrictions on social media use during tournaments. Certain coaches prefer players to stay away from online drama completely, especially after losses or controversial matches. Security is another major issue at modern World Cups. Because players today are global celebrities, FIFA and national teams invest enormous resources into protection and privacy. Hotels are heavily secured. Certain areas become restricted to staff only. Team schedules are often kept secret to avoid crowds or security risks. Some teams become so protective that players are discouraged from leaving hotels unless absolutely necessary. And finally, we get to one of the strangest and most personal topics of all: relationships and intimacy during the tournament. Believe it or not, some national teams reportedly place restrictions on private relationships during major competitions. Different coaches have completely different philosophies on this topic. Some believe players should stay fully focused without distractions. Others think allowing family visits actually improves mentality and reduces stress. In past tournaments, certain teams reportedly limited visiting days for partners and family members. Other teams allegedly restricted certain activities before matches. One of the weirdest stories came from older reports surrounding the Brazilian national team, where players were supposedly warned to avoid overly athletic activity in private because coaches feared unnecessary injuries before matches. As strange as some of these rules sound, they show just how intense modern football has become. Fans usually only see 90 minutes on the pitch. But behind the scenes, players are dealing with politics, sponsors, anti-doping rules, security systems, media pressure, financial regulations, and global attention every single day. The World Cup isn't just football anymore. It's one of the biggest and most controlled sporting events on the planet. But now we want to hear from you. Which of these rules surprised you the most?